10 prettiest seaside towns in Britain. From rugged Scottish harbours to pastel-painted Welsh bays and Cornish coves kissed by sunlight, Britain's coastline is a living gallery of beauty. Each seaside town has its own magic. Some feel like fairy tales, others like paintings brought to life. But all of them carry that irresistible coastal charm that makes you want to linger a little longer. Today, we're counting down the 10 prettiest seaside towns in Britain, arranged from 10 to 1, where history meets sea spray and beauty is stitched into every cobblestone and crashing wave. 10. Whitby, England. Few seaside towns in Britain are as atmospheric as Whitby. Perched on the dramatic Yorkshire coast, the town is framed by the haunting silhouette of Whitby Abbey, whose Gothic ruins inspired Bram Stoker's Dracula. That sense of mystery adds depth to its beauty. Whitby is as moody as it is pretty. The harbour bustles with fishing boats, while seagulls circle above, and on the quayside, you'll find some of the most celebrated fish and chips in the UK. Cobbled streets wind up steep hills, lined with quirky shops selling everything from jet jewellery to seashell trinkets. On the other side of the river, pastel-painted cottages climb the cliffs, creating a postcard-perfect view. Stand on the swing bridge at dusk, and you'll see Whitby glow in amber light, the Abbey a shadowy guardian above. Whitby's magic lies in contrast. Historic yet lively, eerie yet inviting. It is no wonder it's considered one of the prettiest seaside towns in Britain. 9. St Ives, Cornwall. St Ives is Cornwall's jewel, a place where golden sands meet turquoise waves and every corner feels drenched in sunlight. Artists have long flocked here, captivated by the clarity of its coastal light. That same brilliance continues to enchant visitors today. The town curls around its harbour, where fishing boats sit gracefully in aquamarine water. From the family-friendly shores of Porthmeor Beach to the quieter Porthminster sands, St Ives offers some of the finest seaside scenery in Britain. The coastal walks are equally breathtaking, with views stretching across the Atlantic. Its artistic legacy is proudly displayed at Tate St Ives and the Barbara Hepworth Museum. But the prettiest scenes are outdoors: whitewashed cottages, winding streets, and flower-filled doorways. When the tide recedes, golden beaches stretch endlessly, inviting barefoot strolls. St Ives is not just a holiday town, it's a living canvas. Every angle is a painting, every moment a memory. It is no surprise it ranks among the most beautiful seaside towns in Britain. 8. Tenby, Wales. If fairy tales had seaside towns, Tenby would surely be one. Hidden behind medieval walls, this Pembrokeshire gem reveals pastel-coloured houses spilling down to golden beaches. The harbour, with its fishing boats resting on the sand at low tide, is one of the most iconic coastal scenes in Wales. Stroll through Tenby's narrow lanes and you'll pass traditional sweet shops, cosy pubs and little galleries. Beyond the town, the Pembrokeshire Coast Path delivers awe-inspiring views of cliffs and sea arches carved by centuries of waves. At high tide, the harbour fills with shimmering blue water, while at low tide, vast sandy expanses appear, perfect for barefoot adventures. The changing tides give Tenby a constantly shifting beauty. The town's history, colourful charm, and natural backdrop combine to make it one of the prettiest seaside towns in Britain. A place where every step feels like stepping into a painting. 7. Portree, Isle of Skye, Scotland. On the rugged Isle of Skye, Portree is a harbour town that radiates colour and character. Brightly painted cottages line the waterfront, their reflections shimmering in the tide. Behind them, green hills rise steeply, creating a backdrop that makes the town feel cradled by nature. Though small, Portree is full of life. Its bakeries, pubs and craft shops bustle with locals and visitors alike. Fishing boats anchor in the bay, while seabirds wheel above. At sunset, the harbour glows, a mirror of pink skies and painted houses. Portray is also the perfect base for exploring Skye's dramatic landscapes, the Old Man of Store, the Curraying, and the fairy pools. Yet, even if you never leave the harbour, Portray is captivating enough. It embodies the essence of a prettiest seaside town in Scotland, vibrant yet tranquil, wild yet welcoming. 6. Llandudno, Wales. Known as the Queen of Welsh resorts, Llandudno is Victorian seaside glamour at its finest. Its sweeping promenade curves gracefully along the bay, flanked by elegant hotels and the iconic Llandudno Pier, the longest in Wales. Behind the town rises the Great Orme, a dramatic limestone headland that can be reached by tramway or cable car. From its summit, the views stretch across the Irish Sea, making Llandudno as beautiful from above as it is on the ground. Strolling along the pier, you'll find arcades, sweet stalls, and traditional seaside fun. Yet the grandeur of its architecture, combined with its natural beauty, sets Llandudno apart. The town feels timeless, a place where the past lingers but never overshadows the present. It's easy to see why it remains one of the best seaside towns in the UK. 5. Southwold, England. Southwold on the Suffolk coast is understated elegance in seaside form. Its sandy beach, lined with brightly painted beach huts, is iconic. The pier, restored with quirky amusements and panoramic sea views, adds to its quiet charm. A lighthouse towers in the middle of the town, a reminder of its maritime roots. The Georgian High Street, with its independent shops and cosy pubs, makes Southwold feel like a traditional English market town by the sea. Unlike flashier resorts, Southwold doesn't demand your attention. Its beauty is subtle, a combination of order, calm, and gentle seaside rhythms. Whether it's walking the dunes, browsing the galleries, or watching the sunset from the pier, Southwold offers moments of pure coastal perfection. It's no wonder it is counted among the most beautiful seaside towns in Britain. 4. Tobermory, Isle of Mull, Scotland. Tobermory looks like it belongs in a storybook. Its harbour is lined with houses painted in vivid reds, yellows, blues and greens, their reflections dancing on the water. It's cheerful, colourful and unforgettable. Located on the Isle of Mull, Tobermory is remote, yet full of character. Visitors are welcomed by artisan shops, seafood restaurants, and even a local distillery. The surrounding hills roll gently down to the sea, making the town feel both nestled and expansive. For many, Tobermory is instantly recognisable. It was famously used as the set for the children's show Balamory. But beyond the nostalgia, it remains one of the prettiest seaside towns in Scotland and a true highlight of the Hebrides. 3. Lyme Regis, England. Nicknamed the Pearl of Dorset, Lyme Regis is where history and beauty blend seamlessly. Situated on the Jurassic coast, this seaside town offers dramatic cliffs, golden sands, and a harbour steeped in character. The Cobb, its historic stone breakwater, curves protectively around the bay. Standing on it, you can see fishing boats bobbing below and pastel houses rising in the distance. The views are breathtaking, especially when the sun sinks low over the sea. Lyme Regis is also rich in fossil history. Mary Anning, the pioneering fossil collector, called it home. Its literary ties add to its romance. Jane Austen wrote fondly of its charm. With its blend of natural wonder and historic beauty, Lyme Regis is without question one of the best seaside towns in the UK. 2. Aberdare, Scotland. Aberdare in Fife is a hidden treasure. Its beaches, silver sands and black sands, are among the most pristine in Scotland, while Aberdare Castle, one of the oldest in the country, adds a layer of history to the scenery. The harbour is peaceful, framed by fishing boats and stone cottages that look like they belong in a painting. Beyond, lush greenery spills toward the sea, making Aberdare one of the most idyllic coastal settings in Britain. What makes Aberdare stand out is its tranquility. Unlike busier seaside towns, it remains relatively undiscovered, which means its beauty feels personal, like a secret you've stumbled upon. It may not always appear in guidebooks, but Aberdare is easily one of the prettiest seaside towns in Britain. 1. Polperro, Cornwall. Crowning the list is Polperro, a fishing village that feels more like a dream than reality. Nestled on Cornwall's south coast, its narrow lanes twist down to a tiny harbour surrounded by whitewashed cottages. Cars are banned, leaving the air filled with birdsong, sea breezes, and the chatter of locals. Flowers spill from windowsills, boats sway gently in the harbour, and cliffs rise protectively around the town. The atmosphere is timeless. Polperro has a history of smuggling, but today it's all about peace and beauty. With every turn, Polperro feels like a painting in motion, vibrant, delicate, and enchanting. It is the ultimate definition of the prettiest seaside town in Britain, and once you visit, it's impossible not to fall under its spell. From Cornwall's golden coves to Scotland's rainbow harbours and Wales's pastel shores, these 10 prettiest seaside towns in Britain prove the UK's coastline is unrivalled in charm. Whether you crave quiet escapes, historic beauty, or vibrant harbours, these seaside gems showcase why Britain's coast will always capture the imagination. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and turn on the notification bell.